Tonight, felony charges for a St. Louis County father. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred. It is a horrible crime. It cost a one-year-old son his life. Our Pepper Baker joins us live from Maryland Heights with the latest on this loss. Pepper.
And Mike, today 34-year-old Jerry Moorehead was charged with endangering children after his one-year-old son ingested fentanyl and died back in January. And his 6-year-old daughter also tested positive for the deadly narcotic.
Had the father called 911, that may have made a difference.
Detective Richard White with the Maryland Heights Police Department recounts their investigation of one-year-old Tyler Moorehead's death back in January.
The father of the two children, he was babysitting the two kids, and he was playing video games most of that late afternoon. He noticed that his little boy, Tyler, was unresponsive, and it was brought to his attention by his daughter, his 6-year-old daughter.
White says fentanyl was on the floor of the apartment when 34-year-old Jerry Moorehead's son got a hold of it.
This 1-year-old had ingested fentanyl and had died of fentanyl suffocation, intoxication. We did find evidence inside the apartment of opioid addiction, and he was investigated and subsequently charged with the child endangerment.
A lot of times when you are addicted to those substances, you are using while you're still caring for your children, and that puts your children at risk.
Amy Robbins with the Child Advocacy Center of Northeast Missouri interviews children involved in parental drug abuse cases.
We have had children, very young children, ask us for belts to demonstrate how to shoot up heroin specifically. We've had them ask us for dollar bills so they can show us how to roll that and how to snort cocaine.
White says drug users often keep the opioid reversal drug Narcan on hand, which the father tried to use on his son.
He did attempt to use it. He did. Unfortunately, it did not have an effect.
The father's mother picked them up from Maryland Heights, drove to South City to the toddler's grandfather's house before rushing the boy to Cardinal Glennon. And by then, it was too late.
The hospital staff said that the child was cold to the touch, so cold they couldn't even get a temperature, a body temperature on the child. So that tells us the child had been deceased for some time.
White says fentanyl is 80 to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even just touching a little bit of it is enough to get into your system and kill you, let alone a child. Live in Maryland Heights, Pepper Baker, 5 on your side.